Hi guys, I hope you've all had a blessed week. I'm back again for another little talk about bereavement, just about how my week's been as well. First of all, my week's been an emotional roller coaster. Had ups and downs this week, just emotionally, about different things, different issues. Just thinking about, you know, people I've lost, thinking about my mom. You know, it's been hard. It's just been a hard week, to be fair. It's been a hard week, and just seeing people who I'm close with, grieve as well for their mum, and it's just really brought back memories, and just knowing what they're going through as well is hard to watch. At the same time, but I want to be there to support them also. Stemming on from my last video, obviously I spoke a bit about my nan and about the pain and not feeling the same that I did when I was younger to adulthood now, kind of thing, in terms of really knowing what death's about, really knowing that, you're never going to see that person again, really knowing what it comes with. Like I said before, in the black community, we don't really speak about our feelings. Probably a bit more now than we did probably back then, but I think is it a thing that we was like taught to kind of just, something happens, you just kind of move on from it, get up, brush yourself off and continue, you just be strong, you don't bring it up, you don't speak about it, anything like that. Why it's so hard to express emotions, and why it's so hard to speak about your pain and anything that you go through. In a sense, for myself, I don't know if it is that. I don't know if it's the fact that I feel like, being strong means just getting on with it, just getting up, pushing yourself off. Whatever happens in life, you just kind of move on from it. You just get over it, pull it to the back of your mind and just continue. So I don't know if that's why, when I'm at certain things about my mum, how I'm feeling and things like that, I just tend to say, I'm okay, or I'll just feel a bit down, instead of saying the whole thing. Grief, losing loved ones, it affects your mind state, it affects your body. I remember, after losing my mum, I thought, I could never feel pain like that again. You don't, I wouldn't say, I felt there's that same way, but it was as painful losing a friend, like a close friend after that, from childhood, like family, and it took such a toll on my body that I couldn't even, it got to a point, like, I couldn't even go to work. I couldn't go to work. I had to take a week off work because I felt so drained, emotionally, physically, mentally, everything. I couldn't physically get off the chair to go to work. I couldn't bring myself to even get up, get dressed, do anything. Like, literally, I was that drained. That week, I couldn't move. I just stopped eating again. The first thing I done was drink. To me, drink was like numbing the pain for me. It probably did it for a little bit, but obviously it doesn't. Just crying, just sitting in my car, parked up, outside the house, in the car park, whatever, just crying, breaking down in the car continuously. Didn't want to eat, didn't have an appetite. I'm driving, I'll be crying. It takes such a toll on your body that you don't even know. It affects you in so many ways, mentally and physically, you don't even realise. You forget basic things, like you're going somewhere, and you forget where you're actually going, or you forget the direction you're actually going to. Even you could have been there a million times and you're still going to forget. I remember after my mum, I'm driving to TGI for my little cousin's birthday with the kids, and for the life of me, I could not remember where TGI was. I got on Hagley Road, I've drove past TGI, not even realising I've gone all the way to the top, and I'm like, where's TGI? So I'm starting to get emotionally upset. Like, how could I can't remember where TGI is? I've turned the car back around and I'm like, you know, I remember my cousin phoning me and saying, "Oh, how far are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm there in a minute." And I'm getting emotional and crying and like banging the car and just like, where am I going kind of thing, you know? So it does affect in a lot of ways, and you don't even realize until it's actually happening. You know, I even feel emotional now, like just speaking. Like I said in my first video, I'm going to be real with things, and, you know, just speaking about things. I don't know whether it helps or it doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, people always say you need to get it out. But releasing it, does it help? I don't know. But I hope it does help. And I hope it does help other people as well to kind of open up and just speak about how they're feeling instead of keeping it inside. You know, yeah, losing my mum was one of the hardest thing that I could have been through. It's like a dream. It's like a dream. It's like a movie. It's like it just doesn't seem like reality. Even now, it doesn't seem like reality's hit. Yeah, I just like from the phone call to, you know, going to see her. It just seems surreal. Like I'm in a dream. Am I in a daze? You know, am I gonna wake up in a minute? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, dreaming and just dreaming about her as well, and just thinking, if she tries to say something to me in the dream, you know what I mean? May sound silly to some, but, you know, some might relate and know what I mean. You know, like having times when I could go to my mum's house and she just sit there. We don't even have a conversation sometimes. You know, she'll be in her room, I'll be in the living room. A couple of times she'll be like, "Oh, Tina," like, you know, and I'll be like, "Oh, you know, you shout me from this room," so I'll go into the room, she'll say something just so basic. I'm like, "You could have told me that from the living room." Do you know what I mean? And she'll tell me something moaning or whatever. Or there'll be times when I just feel fed up. And no matter the age you are, you always want your mum, regardless. Like, even if it's just to sit in the presence of her, like, you just want that. And when that's taken away, it's like a big hole. It's like peace heat goals. And that just be able to sit there. It's like I will find myself at the cemetery sitting for hours upon end. I'll sit there in a blanket on the floor if the weather's nice. And I'll sit there, have a drink as always. I don't know what I think the drink does. I don't know what I think the drink does. I think the drink does makes everything better or something. I don't know, but I have the drink. Sometimes I play the music on the phone, like songs what she would like, her soca and things like that, and revives. And I'll just sit there for hours just thinking, crying. And it's like, is this where I have to come now? To really, like, to just be in the presence of my mum. The weather could be pouring with rain. I'll be sitting in the car, just watching the headstone. And I'm thinking, well, it doesn't really make a difference. I don't know if it brings me peace, but obviously if I know I will go to my mum's house when I've got, like, breaks after work before I have to pick up the kids, or if I ain't got work, I'll go down there. There wouldn't be a day go past when we don't speak, or she don't I don't really text that much, but, you know, or I don't go down there, or, you know, we go shopping, or I'll go do her shopping, and she always makes sure, you know, like, I'll buy for the grandkids and things like that, or, you know, I bought these things, come and get it for the kids, or bring the kids down. You can go about your business, but you can bring the kids to come or whatever. You know, so going from that to like this now, and just not even be able to pick up the phone, say you're right or whatever kind of thing, or, you know, you're coming up, or she's staying over, just missing all the kids' birthdays, and, you know, and my my granddaughter, which is a great grand, you know, just not even be able to see that and celebrate the joys of it. You know, it does hurt. It does cut real deep. But you know, speaking, I think is one of the things that I need to do more, and I would encourage everybody to do the same as well. And just how you need to release emotionally, whether it's, like I said before, scream, shout, walk, go to the gym, whatever, like just drive to a place where you, or walk, catch the bus, walk, whatever, to a place what's, you know, it's got beautiful scenery, which I do, like at Barbican. And you just go and park up and just watch the scenery. Like when the weather's nice, I'd like to just see the sunset, you know, and I'll just sit there for a while, hours as well, and just listen to the music in the car and just, you know, think. And it is nice to just have that calmness as well, you know. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for a little bit because, you know, I think I can't really express as much as I wanted to right now. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep it as real as I can. And it's just not an easy process. It's people say, oh, it gets easier as time. For me, it don't. I feel like you just learn to deal with it. I wouldn't say it gets easier. Maybe, I don't know that for some, they may feel like it, but for me, I always say to people, I don't think it gets easier. I just think you know how to deal with it better, maybe. But I would love to hear everybody else's experiences as well. So even though I'm not posting the videos live, I'm not going live. You know, you can still comment. I still will see your comments and stuff, and we can still conversate. You can still share your experience. You know, like I said, in the next couple of weeks or so, I will be speaking to other guests. It's just in the pipeline at the moment, so we're just preparing. So speaking to other guests with their experiences as well. Obviously, I have different people who they've lost, so you know, and just how they've dealt with it. You know, anything that they can advise as well. So just keep tuned, and please share, please subscribe to the channel, YouTube channel. Will be appreciated. And like I said, just drop your comments in so we can conversate about it, because I feel like it's something that needs to be spoke about. It needs to be out there. It needs to, you know, be dealt with, really, in a sense. So yeah, again, people, thanks for listening. Hope you all have a blessed week. Enjoy your break, Easter break, and we'll touch base soon.